Good morning, USA.
Yo 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 yo.
Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ MV.
Charlamagne running a little late. Can be expected.
Yes, happy Monday.
That's right, it's Monday.
It doesn't ring the same as Friday.
Nah, it doesn't.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was great. So, this is about the HBCU homecoming time. So, I go on tour each and every year. I hit up a bunch of different homecomings of a bunch of different HBCUs, and we started in St. Augusta's University. St. Augustine's? Is Augustine's, right? Yeah, St. Augustine's University in North Carolina. Shout to them. They had their homecoming over the weekend, so I was there for that. Had a great time. Next week I think I got to go to Hampton, Howard, FAMU, a bunch of them. So this is my first stop on my tour. So I enjoyed all the time talking to the students, visiting the radio station, helping them out as much as possible, and just trying to shine a light on all the HBCUs. So I had a great time. What about you?
So, I bought this house upstate New York in the Catskills. And so this is like my first time spending the weekend there since I bought it like 4 months ago.
Wow.
So I had a great time. And my neighbors from Brooklyn, they came up for the day with their kids. And we bought some fresh fruits and vegetables from the farmer's market, put them on the grill. And it's about that time. It's October. Halloween is coming up, so I tried to watch some scary movies, but they didn't scare me that much.
Oh.
I watched Mr. Harrigan's Phone. That's a Stephen King movie that was on Netflix. And then I watched See For Me on Hulu. And they were fine, but it just wasn't like,
Wasn't scary enough for you.
I'm terrified right now watching Envy in here with his Giants jacket on and Red Boyd up in here with their Jets jacket on.
Eddie!
It's scary that both these teams in New York are having winning seasons. It's
Eddie!
Scary. Okay.
Come in for a second,
Damn, Eddie.
I want you to see Eddie's jacket.
Eddie got his Eagles jacket on.
He wanted to get even.
Only undefeated team in the NFL.
Just one of the. He said
it's scary in here right
last night, baby.
It's real. I'm terrified as a Dallas Cowboy fan.
My Bills won last night too.
All right. Terrified.
You should be.
Well, listen, I'm just happy all of us got winning records. That's rare. When has that ever happened in the 13 years that we've been here
That is
on
facts.
The Breakfast Club, that the Eagles, Jets, and Cowboys all have a winning record?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Yeah, I went to the Giants game yesterday. Had an amazing time as we beat the Baltimore Ravens. It was a great time, great game, wonderful game. How was your game last night, Charlamagne?
Dallas Cowboys lost to the Philadelphia Eagles, who are the only undefeated team in the NFL. You know what I mean? But we gave them a little scare. You know what I mean? We gave them a little scare. That's all you can ask to do with a backup quarterback named Cooper Rush.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. Well, let's get the show cracking. Now, Little Baby stopped through on Friday. We're going to get that on if you missed it. So we're going to chop it up with Little Baby. And also, we got somebody checking in, right?
You tell us.
Is he checking in, Charlamagne?
Who checking in?
Okay, maybe not.
What are you talking about?
N.O.
Oh, he said he wanted to. I don't know if he is.
No.
Is that a code word for Nori?
Text us, Nori. He said he wanted to.
Why didn't you say his name, but you said N.O.?
Because he didn't know what it was at first. All right, well, man, I think Nori will be checking in too. Of course, he did that interview with Boosie and Kanye West. That's all over the place. So I think he wanted to check in this morning as well.
I think the one Kanye West is what people, he wants to clarify though, right?
Well, we'll talk to him in a little bit. And we got front page news. What we talking about?
All right. Well, let's talk about some issues with supplies. Snow crabs. If you're a big snow crab fan, you might not be able to get any at all this season. And who knows what's going to happen moving forward. And then if you love a mimosa, that might not happen for you either.
All right. We'll get into that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get into some front page news. Now in NFL Sunday, all right, the Eagles beat the Cowboys 26-17. All right, the Bills beat the Chiefs 24-20. The Rams beat the Panthers. Seahawks beat the Cardinals. Falcons beat the 49ers. The Jets beat the Packers. Bengals beat the Saints. The Giants beat the Ravens. Drop a bomb for my Giants, please. Vikings beat the Dolphins. Colts beat the Jaguars. Patriots beat the Browns. Steelers beat the Buccaneers. Now, also the New York Yankees play tonight. I think it's a home game, right? If it doesn't rain, if it doesn't get rained out.
And salute,
and it's do or die for them.
And salute Deontay Wilder, too. First round knockout over the weekend.
Robert Helenius.
Yeah, drop on the clues bombs for Deontay Wilder.
Shout out to Devin Haney as well and Clarissa Shields. They all won.
Salute to Clarissa Shields. Salute to Devin Haney.
All right, what else we got, Yeezy?
All right, NBA Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo. Let's keep him in our prayers. He is undergoing treatment for a brain tumor. And right now, they have not given much information, but they did say he is receiving the best care possible from a collaborative team of specialists in Atlanta and is in great spirits as he begins treatment. His family is asking for privacy during this time so they can focus on his care, but they are grateful for your prayers and good wishes. Those are all the details. All right, now let's talk about shortages. This could be a candy shortage for Halloween this year, and according to Hershey, they have announced that they will not be able to fully meet consumer demand due to capacity constraints.
Wow.
So they do Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Twizzlers, everything. And the demand for candy has surged this year, and with more holidays coming up, they said that demand will continue to grow. So if you can find some candy to buy in bulk, you should try to do that. But, you know, it's going to be tough. So if you're getting ready for Halloween and you can find some things now.
What's the reason for the candy shortage, though? What is the world coming to when we having a candy shortage? Where's Willy Wonka when you need him?
Well, let me give you some more shortages. They said oranges. There's going to be the worst orange crop since World War II.
So no orange juice.
I can understand that.
Florida's orange crop production is going to plummet to record lows this season thanks to Hurricane Ian. And that assessment is because there's already a weak citrus production situation in the state as well. So the price of orange juice, which is already $2.90 per 12-ounce can, is going to go even higher. All right.
Jesus Christ, Thanos might have been right.
And billions of snow crabs have disappeared from the waters around Alaska. And according to scientists, it's overfishing, but they're saying that's some people are saying overfishing is the cause. Scientists are saying they don't believe that's really what it is. What they are saying is that climate change is the cause for these snow crabs to have disappeared.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they need to be in temperatures that are below 2 degrees Celsius. And unfortunately, due to climate change, as oceans warm and sea ice disappears, the ocean around Alaska is becoming not livable for these snow crabs. And so the Alaska Board of Fisheries and North Pacific Fishery Management Council announced last week the population of snow crab fell below the regulatory threshold to open up the fishery. The numbers are shocking, though. The snow crab population shrank from around 8 billion in 2018 to 1 billion in 2021. So,
well, we don't deserve the luxuries of the earth because we don't take care of the earth. And it's really amazing to me how God gave us everything we needed to survive and thrive on this planet, and we have found a way to mess it up. We didn't take care of the earth, so why should the earth take care of us? No luxuries for you. No snow crabs, no oranges. Please, suffer.
no Halloween candy.
No candy.
Well, candy's not from God, but
It's a luxury.
yes. I mean, it's a man-made luxury, which is why I'm wondering why you can't make it. I can understand the oranges and the snow crabs. When the earth's out of that, they just out of that. But why you can't get more candy? You making the candy.
Maybe the things that you need to make the candy.
Chocolate and things like that.
I doubt it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, that is your front page news.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Hey,
I'm dialing.
Hey, what you doing, man?
I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
hello, who's this?
Yo, what's up? This replay from Chicago.
What up, brother? Get it off your chest.
What's up, man? Look, I want to talk about Kanye West. Man, I'm just like, look, so I heard like a mental health therapist on there last week. And,
Dr.
man,
Alfie.
yeah. And man, I don't know, she said something that kind of stood out. He was just saying, since he was like diagnosed with a mental illness, we should probably, give him some grace. And I kind of felt that, man. I know Ye be going off, and he's, like she said, pretty outlandish or whatever, like what he say. But I do feel like we should give him some grace, man. I just feel like in the black community, we kind of got like this losing Isaiah mentality. Whenever somebody is a burden to us, we kind of just throw them in the garbage can, and instead of like just trying to love on them and give them grace. I know Kanye be crazy, but I just feel like we should just deal with him just a little different. I know he be acting proud, but I mean, sometimes, he do be saying some real stuff. I understand a White Lives Matter t-shirt, that's kind of outlandish as well, but I don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day.
Can I ask you a question, sir? Would you give any other bigot that same grace? Would you give anybody else spewing that kind of white supremacist rhetoric grace? Because I mean, if we're going to give him grace, then we got to give bigots grace too for the anti-Semitic, anti-black rhetoric they spew.
Well, I got a question for you. Do you feel like white lives matter in America?
Of course, I feel like white lives matter, but that's not the reason people say that slogan.
That's never been a question.
White supremacists started saying that slogan when black people started to affirm themselves by saying Black Lives Matter. I got
another question. Do you feel like Black lives matter?
Yeah, I feel like Black Lives Matter. I feel like listen. You're not listening to what I say.
Black lives matter.
You said what?
Does America feel like Black Lives Matter, like as a whole?
No, they don't. No.
Well, I think we should coin the phrase "Black Lives Don't Matter" because that's actually a lie. So we're actually
what do you say?
A lie.
Black lives don't matter. I don't think you want to say Black lives don't matter because that's kind of reaffirming that.
Well, but that's the truth. So I feel like one is a lie. One is like a mantra to make us feel good.
That is,
it's like black is beautiful, but we know that Black
Lives Matter is the mantra.
Yeah, we're telling you that Black Lives Matter. We know that.
And I just feel like it was the perfect response to, because it's true. It's like Black lives don't matter, but white lives matter. It's like black men don't cheat. No, but we know black men do cheat. We were saying black men don't cheat. You see, so I feel like it was like a perfect
that was
response.
irony.
Like one is like true. One is like.
Well, listen, my brother, you do realize that white supremacist groups started saying white lives matter as a response to Black Lives Matter because we were affirming ourselves with Black Lives Matter. You do realize that, right?
I 100% do, and I feel like that's true. And I feel like if we shine a light that white lives do matter, but black lives don't, that's the honest truth that's in America. It's an ugly truth that we walk around with, and it's true. And I feel like that needs to be shined the light up as well because it's true.
I don't think you understand.
I feel like you as an advocate, I don't know. I just feel like you should even have more understanding of somebody with a mental health illness, but it's like since he's Kanye, he's this big, great figure.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like if somebody's going through a problem, we shouldn't give him a platform at times, though. I feel like when somebody's going through a problem and it's clear that he's going through a problem and it is clear that he's having mental health problems, that what he's spewing is negativity.
Is it clear? Or is this just who he is?
Has he been diagnosed though with bipolar disorder?
I thought he was diagnosed.
You sure? But maybe this is just who he is. Have you ever thought about that too? Like we keep wanting chalking things up to other things. Maybe this is just who he is and who he's always been.
I don't feel like he's always been like this.
I do. As long as I've known Kanye, he's chased white validation.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Let's go.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
Say it with your chest.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
So if you got something on your mind, let it out.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, yo, what up? It's Matt from Atlanta. What's going on, Breakfast Club?
What up? Get it off your chest.
What up, Matt from Atlanta?
Man, I had just celebrated birthday last Wednesday. I turned 28.
Congratulations,
Happy
King.
birthday.
Happy birthday, brother.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to really spread some positive energy. I got all my goals written down. I'm glad to talk to you before you go home, but look, just that positive energy is what we all need to do, write the goals down. I got a list of 20 I'm trying to get done by Saturday, and I just want to make sure everybody get that positive energy this morning.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Thank you, brother.
I hope you get all your goals accomplished.
Hello, who's
Good
this?
morning. Hey, what's up, Breakfast Club? This is Tyler from Chicago. How you doing?
What's up, Tyler? Get it off your chest.
Oh, man. It has been a crazy couple of weeks, man. So your boy got fired a couple of weeks ago from his job of like 3 years. I've been in sales, man. Envy, you might know a thing about that, but I was on phone sales. So, it was a numbers thing, and apparently I was costing the company too much money. So even though, which was messed up because I make them thousands of dollars every week. So that was messed up. But last week I ended up getting a car accident. So that was fun too. So it's just been the last couple of weeks have been messed up, man. Messed up my baby. It was a 2006 Pontiac G6. It was classic. Perfect body. You know what I'm saying? Dude just ran a stop sign and ended up T-boning my stuff, man. So insurance ended up totaling it out. So now I got to deal with that. And I don't know how much they're trying to give me, but hell,
Hey, can I tell you something though, brother?
What's up, man?
Hey, you alive, man.
Yeah, you are.
I am, man, but it's like stuff just keeps piling on, like when it rains and storms, and like luckily with my whole job thing, like I got a business to follow on, like I got a clothing brand that's dope. It's called Dingo. I'm sure y'all heard of it. But we out here, you know what I'm saying? So I've got that to follow on, but it's not like having that consistent income, of course, like, a 9 to 5. But I think this is my opportunity to really get out there and just like be that freelance king that I know that I am, that I can be. Because, like, I think the 9 to 5 just isn't really for me. It's been holding me back. You feel me?
True indeed.
Well,
And we've never heard of
bro.
Dingo, sir. Just want to throw that out there, too.
And good luck with everything, too, bro. Hello, who's this?
Just saying. He just said, like, I know y'all
just
heard of
hung
it.
up
No,
on
we
him.
have not heard of Dingo, sir.
Hello, who's this?
Have y'all heard of Dingo?
No, sir.
Hello?
Hey, what's your name?
Can you hear me?
We get you.
This Big Draco from Ohio, man. How's it going?
We only know one Big Draco, sir. Don't ever disrespect Big Soldier like that.
We're not getting into the argument. It's positive. Me personally, I'm on positive vibes. But let me get this off my chest, right?
Your phone sound a little crazy, brother.
I wanted to get off
There
off
you
my
go.
chest. Yeah. I want to get off my chest this whole Kanye situation, man. I'm tired of people sitting here supporting him and feeling bad for Kanye. You know what I mean?
Talk
Like,
to me, brother.
he the same person who bent it over with his cheeks out, with his pants down, and they get caught on camera and say, "Oh, white man f***ing me." You know what I mean? Like, get out of here.
What happened? When that happened? I missed that one.
What?
I mean,
Wow.
But no, like, I'm just saying, like,
Did you just make
like,
that
he
up?
just-
He definitely
just-
did.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like he's like always getting caught with his pants down, and then he sit here and cry and be like, "Oh, I need the black community to come together."
oh,
and
I
help
see
me."
what you're saying. Oh, no, I agree with that. No, 100%. I agree with that.
Yeah, that's all. And then I want to shout out everybody out here who's carrying and willing to protect their lives and their families and other people's families out here, man. We need more support out here. We need to protect each other, especially from all this craziness going on.
Word. 2A all day, baby.
All right, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. We got rumors on the way?
Yes, and speaking of Kanye, because a lot of you guys called in this morning talking about him, we will be discussing a potential lawsuit because of that interview he did on Drink Champs.
All right, we'll get into that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Don't forget, Little Baby will be checking in this morning, and also Nori. We're going to be talking to both of them this morning. But let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Meg Thee Stallion.
It's about time. What's going on?
Rumor report. This is the Rumor Report
Talk to him.
with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
All right, well, Megan Thee Stallion was the musical guest as well as a host for Saturday Night Live over the weekend. And some of the things that she talked about in her monologue was her mental health website.
I got my degree in health administration because I have always wanted to help the people in my community. I believe that it is important to have a sharp mind and a sharp body, yada, 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 yada. That's why I launched my website that provides access to resources for those who are struggling with their mental health. BadBitchesHaveBadDays2.com. That's a real website. I can't believe the domain wasn't already taken. It's supposed to be called Hot Girl Bummer, but somebody stole it. You know who you are.
All right, in addition to that, she also participated in a lot of different sketches. And afterwards, she did say that she is going to take a break after performing. She said material things can be replaced. Her home was broken into, by the way, while she was there. She said material things can be replaced, but I'm glad everyone is safe. I'm really sorry, but after SNL, I really got to take a break. I'm so tired, physically and emotionally. Listen to this.
All I really want to hear is it'll be okay. Bounce back, cause a bad can have bad days. All I really want to hear is it'll be okay. Bounce back, cause a bad can have bad days. If I could write a letter to heaven, I would tell my mama that I should have been listening. And I would tell a story that I really been wildin'. And ask her to forgive me cause I really been trying. And I would ask, please show me who been real. And get it from around me if they all been fake. It's crazy how I say the same prayer to the Lord. And I always get surprised about who he take. Man, I'm really thinking about dialing 911 till I free cause they probably won't think it's that deep.
All right, so shout out to Meg Thee Stallion.
Definitely sending Meg healing energy.
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people responding to her performance and saying that they were brought to tears from her emotional performance. All right, now Jack Harlow is going to host and perform on SNL as well, so get ready for him on October 29th. He tweeted out about it. And speaking of breaking into homes, NFL star Julio Jones, Julio Jones was burglarized. The suspect was caught wearing clothes from his home.
That.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
There were several items missing from the location that was clothing and jewelry, and the officer got a detailed description and provided a detailed description over the radio. Once they did find the man, he was wearing NFL clothing, a watch, and a Charles Barkley Nike shoes as well.
He was like, "Why are you stopping me? I didn't do anything wrong." "Oh, you got all stolen items on, sir."
That's wild. How old was he?
I don't know his age. But yes, that's a terrible idea. Martin Williams. Actually, no, he's 31 years old.
Jesus.
Martin
right.
Williams. All right. Now let's talk about this Drink Champs Kanye West interview. Nori is going to be calling in about an hour, but just to give you guys a heads up on some of the things that have happened since that interview. Kanye did say a lot of things that we're not going to play because we don't agree with them, but he said some things that were factually incorrect, such as things about George Floyd and how he died.
That's just a lie.
And also he addressed the anti-Semitic remarks by pretty much doubling down on it. Mm-hmm. Now, in response to this, though, George Floyd's family is considering a lawsuit against Kanye West for defamation.
Why wouldn't they?
So Lee Merritt, who is a lawyer for the family, said while one cannot defame the dead, the family of George Floyd is considering suit for Kanye's false statements about the manner of his death.
Yeah, they should sue the ish out of him.
Yeah, it's the same exact thing that Alex Jones did to the families of the Sandy Hook shooter. It's the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm. In addition to that, I saw Nori was tweeting to Meek Mill for him to come on the show because Kanye said some things about Meek Mill.
I don't got no celebrity friends because when I was on TV, on Instagram saying, I don't know where my child is, and the Kardashians kidnapped my daughter in public, and I didn't have the address of my child, none of these niggas that want to say something
Travis
now.
Gave you the address, though, right?
Travis gave me the address. Right. But as far as Meek Mills, right. Puff Daddy, whoever, none of these niggas, all you fake hard niggas, f*** you. Right. I don't give a f*** because you can't shoot nobody anyway, and the reason why you got to talk is because you did a deal, you fed. So I want y'all to run up on me.
No.
I want y'all to come kill me. No. I want you to smack me. No. I want you to do all the shit you rap about. No. All the shit you rap about. But I want you to come do it now. Come down to this joint right now.
Huh. All right. Well, as you can see, there were a lot of things happening in this interview, but Nori is going to address what him and Kanye talked about after the interview and whether or not this should have aired at all.
Nori's going to address the mistake he made
about even doing this interview.
By putting Kanye West on his platform.
At all. So get ready for that.
That's
in the
what
next
Nori's
hour.
going to address.
All right, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right, we got front page news. What we talking about?
All right, well, let's talk about Fort Myers. We'll tell you there's somebody lucky in Fort Myers despite everything that's been happening with Hurricane Ian.
All right, we'll get to that next. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Summer might be over, but TV's hottest night is just getting fired up. All-American Monday is back. Mondays on the CW. Catch all new episodes of the smash hit shows All-American and All-American Homecoming. Don't miss a minute of the back-to-back drama. Mondays only on the CW. Or stream free next day on the CW app.
Hey, morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. All right. Now, NFL. Eagles beat the Cowboys 26-17. The Buffalo Bills beat the Chiefs.
I don't like how you made that your first goal, bro.
All right, you're right. The Buffalo Bills beat the Kansas City Chiefs 24-20. The Philadelphia Eagles washed the Cowboys 26-17.
First of all, why did you say that again?
Wash!
And they didn't wash us, by the way.
The Rams beat the Panthers 24-10. Seahawks beat the Cardinals. Falcons beat the 49ers. The Jets beat the Packers. Bengals beat the New Orleans Saints. The Giants beat the Baltimore Ravens 24-20. Drop a bomb for the New York Giants. Drop another bomb. One more bomb. One more bomb. 5 bombs. 6 bombs. 7 bombs. Then a Bloody Mary.
You should do that for your team. Why not? You don't know what how the season gonna end. You might as well celebrate 10 being 5-1. By the way, there are only 4 teams in the NFC with winning records. Only 4. And there 3 of them are in the NFC East.
That's correct.
The Eagles, the Giants, the Dallas Cowboys, and then the Minnesota Vikings have a winning record in the NFC.
Yeah, the Vikings beat the Dolphins, Colts beat the Jaguars, Patriots beat the Browns, Pittsburgh beat the Bucks, and tonight the Yankees will be taking on what do they call themselves? The Guardians. The Guardians is their new name. And what else we got, Yeezy?
All right. Well, the winning Florida Mega Millions ticket was sold in Fort Myers. So we don't know who has that ticket yet. But ticket holders in California and Florida matched all 6 numbers on Friday night. So that is a $494 million jackpot. That's the 11th largest in the game's history.
Oh, congratulations to whoever won.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely played. But I always play Mega Millions and Powerball. I play even when it's just $20 million. All
right, now climate activists were throwing soup on a Vincent van Gogh painting and that was to protest oil. So this was Sunflowers painting, and this happened on Friday. Members of Just Stop Oil, they were wearing T-shirts with the name of the group on there. They poured 2 cans of tomato soup over that painting that was at the National Gallery in London. Now, the painting was protected by glass, so apparently they're saying it did not suffer any damage, just minimal damage to the actual glass that was covering the painting. The group of activists separately earlier in the year glued their hands to another painting.
So how does vandalism equate to a protest? How does damaging a painting equate to a protest of oil?
As people talk about them. They give us the reason why. The news reports that we did.
It makes no sense. So you go damage a Van Gogh
But they're not even
to protest oil? Yeah, you didn't even damage it.
They put things over it now because they're aware and they understand that people are going to do this.
What does one have to do with the other, though?
Nothing.
Now, they posted, what is worth more, art or life? Is it worth more than food, worth more than justice? Are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people? The cost of living crisis is part of the cost of oil crisis. Fuel is unaffordable to millions of cold, hungry families. They can't even afford to heat a tin of soup.
Still don't understand why you decided to go vandalize a Van Gogh, okay, in protest of oil. I don't understand the correlation.
Well, teens are also pouring out milk in grocery stores, and that's a new trend they're doing to raise awareness about dairy production emissions. So they're saying that teens, and you can see this on social media, the dairy industry is incredibly environmentally destructive. The world's top 5 meat and dairy corporations are now responsible for more GHG emissions than Exxon, Shell, or BP.
That's a protest that makes sense.
They said we need a plant-based future now.
That's a protest that makes sense. Yes, pour all the dairy milk out. I'm lactose intolerant. I could care less, okay? I drink oat milk and almond milk. Get rid of all the 2%, everything that makes me poo. Pour it out.
All right, now a Manhattan congressional candidate, Mike Itkes, released a sex tape. This was on Pornhub, and that is to demonstrate his commitment to his sex-positive approach. He's a 53-year-old cybersecurity expert. He's an independent candidate running in New York's 12th district, and he has focused his campaign on legalizing sex work, ending adultery laws, and defining consent. So he released a 13-minute porn video to prove that sex positivity is one of his keystone issues. The video is called Bucket List Bonanza, and he's with a porn star named Nicole Sage, and this is the first time he has had sex on camera. He confirmed that. So he said, if I would just talk about it, it wouldn't demonstrate my commitment to the issue. And the fact I actually did it was a huge learning experience, and it actually influenced items on my platform. I'm very much an introvert. I'm kind of a nerd who doesn't like to be the center of attention if I can avoid it. But I thought the issues I'm trying to address are so important, I wanted to have my issues talked about in some way.
Hey, man, I respect it. Very culturally relevant, very of the times. You have to meet people where they are, and a lot of people are on Pornhub.
All right, well, let's see if they vote for him. All right, and that is your front page news.
All right, when we come back, Lil Baby stopped through on Friday. Of course, his album came out this weekend. We chopped it up with him. We put the interview out on Friday because it was just so relevant to what was going on, especially with his album coming out. But we're going to get it back on if you haven't seen it. Lil Baby, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
His album is out right now. Lil Baby, welcome back, brother.
What's up? How y'all doing?
How you feeling this morning, man?
Feel good.
We was just saying, it's the most press we ever seen Lil Baby do ever in life.
You came a long way from never talking.
From never wanting to do interviews.
Tell me about it.
To doing interviews with everybody.
Still hard to get me doing now.
What's the hardest?
More though.
Yeah, what's the hardest part about him now?
I still just don't like interviews.
Mm-hmm.
But now I like talking more because when I watch the interviews, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have said that. I wish I would have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If I am going to do an interview, I'm going to try to say a little more.
Word.
And you got a lot going on. I think even just as far as in the world of activism, like we talk about you in that space a lot too. And I think originally you might not have thought about yourself like that, but you can see that you are somebody who is really active in the community. I saw you talking about bringing arts to the schools with Jimmy Iovine and Dr. Dre. Of course, The Bigger Picture was a huge deal when you put that song out for people to feel like they could relate to you and other positive things that you've been doing. Is that something that you felt like was something you wanted to do, or is that just kind of came about without you even thinking about it?
It's something that actually been on my mind the whole time. Like from the beginning, I always knew like this is what I want to do, or not even what I want to do, what I've been doing. Before I was a rapper, or before I even made it to where I'm at, I always like try to take care of my community and stuff. But then as I get bigger,
How much you said?
Huh?
How much you said?
I said take care of my community.
Oh, no, I thought you said you made 200 million.
I wish.
I thought you said what?
I
thought he said before he made 200
I didn't hear that
million.
either.
That's what I thought. Like, what?
He turned into a bird right away.
Yeah, 200.
Can I get hold something? But go ahead. So you said you've always wanted to take care of
So
your
I always want to like take care of my community and stuff like that. So now I'm in a position and I can like help take care of the world. I'm with it.
You ever really understand the influence you have with these kids? Like, you know, where you from, of course, your neighborhood, you're a huge influence because they see somebody who made it.
Right.
But then when you travel this world and this country and even overseas, how much these kids really follow you and love you, and does that ever hit you?
Yeah, definitely hit me a lot.
And do you feel like you have to live up to a certain way of living because you got these kids following you?
All the time. I try not to say certain stuff. I try not to post certain stuff. Like I know for a fact. And not even just all the other kids, because I think about them, but my kids, like, they do everything I do, so I have to like be on it. So they help me for like the other kids too.
Why 23 songs too? That's a lot, and I know it's been a while. People have been waiting for you to put out an album.
That's the reason I put out a lot, because I ain't been out. So they say I plan on dropping again like 9-10 months something.
Mm-hmm.
I won't have 23 songs. It'd be like shorter songs. But since I ain't dropping like almost 3 years, I just like it.
But why was it so long? Was it because those other records were still ringing and still top 20 records?
Well, I think because COVID kind of like, I dropped my last album like right before COVID, so that was like a year that I wasn't gonna drop none, or even a year and a half. And just like coming out of COVID, trying to get myself together, get back to working, stuff like that.
How did they convince you to do a documentary, man? Because you seem like you're private.
Yeah,
how did they convince you to do a doc?
It really wasn't right, honestly.
What you mean?
They had a cameraman in Atlanta for like 4 or 5 months. I only let him come with me like 2 or 3 times.
You do know you're a rapper now. I get
it.
What you doing?
I get it,
like
but
the way
still,
he baby moves like he don't with nobody. You're a rapper. You're a superstar.
He was like, "Who this dude is? Keep following us with this camera,
like
man."
A white boy.
Oh Lord,
man, he was young too.
Yeah.
It's just still, you know, I might be on the phone talking to somebody. I don't know. It's just my personal space. You had to be in a house, at my real house.
Yeah.
All right, with me and my children, stuff like that. But now that I look at the documentary, I kind of wish I would have let him come with me a little more, because
you're a star. You're on streets. You like,
sure.
This is your career. This is your life.
For sure. You don't even gotta be like street stuff though. Like, ain't like I want around because we might do something. I just ain't comfortable with just
I feel you.
Record me. Yeah.
Did you know what he was there for? Did they?
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was like natural, so it's like you just record all day. You know what I'm saying? Or whenever you pick the phone up, I ain't really that.
Who's the one person you haven't worked with that you would love to get in the studio with and go back and forth with?
Andre 3000.
Really?
3 Stacks.
Have you reached out to him or?
Yeah, he could have been on the album for sure. He like sent him the song, like the one, but I didn't feel like I had the one for him. I really want to like get in there with him versus like sending him the song.
He was an Outkast fan, of course, growing up.
No, not really.
Really?
I'm like too young for that. But
So
I mean,
why
of course, like I'm a fan of Andre 3000. I'm saying once I got like older and I went to like the backstory and stuff. But growing up, I knew they like big songs. I wasn't like had to get an album, man. I just love Andre 3000 sweat.
I love how in the doc too you showed how not getting the nomination for My Turn for the Grammy impacted you. But what did you do creatively around that time after that? Like I know you did the performance, but how did that affect how you approached this album?
It did. I don't really think about stuff like that. Honestly, like I ain't never gonna be like I gotta get me a Grammy out of this. Like I don't think I'm ever gonna be like that.
What is important to you when you put together a project?
That they do well. Also that it do well for a long period of time. Like that's what matters to me. Like I wanted to stick. That's all I really care about. I don't really care about first week numbers, like all that type of stuff. I wanted to stick.
Mm-hmm. You know you're at the point now where you've been winning so much they waiting on you to fail.
Yeah, so, I see that too.
It's like no matter what you put out, they're gonna be like it ain't good enough. But that comes with the territory. You know that.
I guess so.
How do you handle that when you see things, people saying like, oh, I don't like that record. Baby could have came hard enough.
Probably the same way. Everybody not gonna not like it. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Everybody entitled to their own opinion.
With everything that's going on in the world, right? Do you move differently? The reason I ask is, when I talk to other DJs, whether it's in other cities and other markets, they be like, nah, Lil Baby was here. I was talking to somebody in LA. They was like, nah, Lil Baby came to the club by himself. It was just him and
Good look outside.
No, now. But do you move differently now because of what's going on in the world and recession and you know what's happening with everybody, or what's your mind frame with that?
All the way, honestly, I be by myself. You would think I be like, if I know I'm going somewhere, I'm with a lot of people. But when I just go somewhere on my leisure, most of the time by myself. And like, I hate security. But P, make sure I have security.
Yes, P is right. P is absolutely right. And you shouldn't be sliding by yourself nowhere neither.
Why?
Cause man, these motherfuckers crazy out there.
Huh?
Story I heard about LA, they said Lil Baby's crazy. Lil Baby was comfortable. They said, don't worry, I'm good.
I ain't saying nothing can't happen to me. Don't think I'm saying like so like, but I'm saying like, man, I want to live my life.
You worth something though. You know, E40 told me one time, he said, man, when you worth something, you gotta protect it.
You gotta protect it, but I ain't gonna just be at nowhere lollygagging. You feel me? Like I'm handling my business, do what I gotta do, and get on. You feel me? Sometimes a lot of people be a headache. Should be stressful. Sometimes I just wanna put my hoodie on. Then sometimes I could come in the room with all y'all in here, y'all wouldn't know I'm in here. I don't gotta be loud. I could be by myself. Look, I might don't even got on no drill.
I seen the video you sliding to the store by yourself one time.
I wasn't by myself.
Oh, you wasn't by Oh, you wasn't by yourself in that video?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Actually, somebody was in the car.
Got you. Word.
I was walking out, but I did go in the store by myself, though.
Right.
All right, we got more with Lil Baby. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Lil Baby. Now, we seen your interview with Looney. Shout out to Looney.
Salute to Looney.
I think in the interview you said now you're into skinny girls.
Right.
What made you start liking skinny girls?
I don't know. At first, I just had like a preference. I just I like thick girls at first.
He would always say he liked thick girls, but now that you're skinny.
Now I just like, I don't know. I think I'm on my little supermodel phase.
So all your thick girls got into your DMs and started texting you like, F you.
Nah, I ain't say I don't like thick girls no more.
Yeah.
I like slim girls now too.
You do either.
Yeah, I can do either.
You got a couple records for the ladies on this project.
For sure.
What's the joint called? Forever?
Yeah, Forever.
Yeah.
Feature Friday.
Yeah,
Was that to somebody in particular?
Too, we kind of up on that. I already had a song named Forever. We ain't catch that in the last project. Yeah, but we ain't.
Different type of record though.
Yeah, but we don't need to have the same song.
When the string the name keep popping.
Change it to the girl's name that you wrote it about.
You can tell. I ain't write about a girl.
It sounded like you were talking about a girl on that record.
Maybe several girls.
All right. Okay.
Nobody particular.
Nobody particular. It's just when I rap, I kind of speak in general. I try to say stuff that could go to like anybody's situation. It don't even really got to be my situation, but it could be something that I went through that I know everybody go through.
You think you could love more than one girl at a time?
Probably.
Be careful how you answer this.
Probably not. I mean, you can have love for everybody, but in love, I don't think I could be in love with two people at one time.
I think on one of the lyrics you said
Remember
something
those days,
like,
man? Nope. Remember those days you used to tell girls, like, I got love for you. You like, you love me? I got love for you.
No, it's a blur.
But you could be with a woman who was with other men too. Like you said, we could share her or whatever.
Right.
That's fine with you because you're not ready to settle down.
Right.
So you don't expect somebody to be committed to you if you're not committed to them.
Exactly.
All right, that's open-minded. Some people feel like I'm with you, I don't want you to be with anybody else. Did you used to be like that?
I ain't on that. Gotta be selfish with me.
You ever had a guy hit you up about you messing with this girl I'm messing with and try to confront you? How do you handle something like that?
But what's the conversation like?
I know.
hey, Mr. Little Baby, can you please stop knocking down my girl?
Yeah.
You done had him like that?
Be wild.
How do you reply? How do you reply? Give me one more time next week.
No snitching.
I'll send it back home soon. How do you reply?
December. You get it back in December. Is this a lease? Is this a year lease?
Year lease.
I don't know nothing.
See? No snitching. I feel like he wouldn't tell. Like he's,
No.
I feel like you gotta have those conversations, especially when you're dealing with two brothers with money.
Right.
Because you might be doing stuff for her financially, and he might be doing it. Ain't no need for y'all to bump heads like that, right?
That ain't my business.
Plus, everybody don't get a Birkin, right?
Hell no.
Why you say so? Why you say hell no like that? You be buying Birkins? Asked you a couple times. Somebody must have asked you for a Birkin. You was like, hell no.
No, I really don't need to come out like ask me for a Birkin. I don't talk, so it's kind of hard to like ask me for something. Yeah.
What you mean you don't talk?
I don't talk.
Relationship, you gotta speak.
We kick it, but we don't do too much talking.
Yeah.
Do you talk in bed?
Nah, I'm like a little awkward. That's what I heard.
Sex quietly.
Yeah, I don't say too much. I'm focused. Okay. I ain't trying to talk.
You don't even say you give her a warning like, I'm about to, nothing you can do.
Oh, man.
You at least tell her you call the Uber?
I ain't never called a girl Uber. I don't got Uber and stuff. Like, she need to have that stuff set up.
She got to get her own car service?
Yeah, I ain't.
You got about 100 cars, baby. I know you can get somebody to drive her home.
He probably don't want to put the address.
I mean, I do all that type of stuff.
Okay,
I just saying Uber. I ain't Uber.
You don't
I got
put
my
your
driver there,
address
so I
in.
tell my driver to take her something. But I just don't use Uber and stuff.
Right. I get it, because then you got to put your address, and then they know
That's
where
just
you're
too
at,
much.
and then they see where you're getting somebody dropped off.
Or I will get somebody to send you an Uber.
Right.
We seen you had a couple of shots of Academics on the album.
It's only one shot.
I thought it was on 2 songs. I thought it was a song with
Only
Future.
one shot.
And on the Turning Point record, right?
Academic niggas think they can't get touched. Meaning somebody who be on the computer all day.
Got you.
Just be, it wasn't really
trolling. It wasn't at him.
saying
He
him.
used him as an example.
Yeah, but I seen another interview. He like, rappers broke. They lease their cars.
You said, you ain't got more money than me.
Stop, man, bro. Come on.
I never thought about that. I never in my mind did I even think to compare y'all financially.
He
That's
do
what I'm
all the
saying.
time though.
Okay.
Not with you.
I don't think you talking about you.
Me. That's what I'm saying. Why you say me? That's all.
He said your name?
Yeah. Bro, he like all their cars leased. They they label this. He even had like a breakdown. My son. See, this is what pissed me off when my son showed me something. Yeah. My son showed me something. He like, Daddy. Like, what?
So your son asked you, Daddy, he got more money than us?
Man.
He asked you that? Or he said it to you?
He was just like, pull it up and show me everything. Be saying or whatever.
I seen the titles for about 40 of your cars now.
I never had a car loan.
You know, he doesn't wrap his car. You know, people wrap the cars. You know, when you want to wrap the cars.
And that's the difference. People don't know. You paying
paints the car.
$50,000 car job, like screen paint. Like, man.
Is that smart though?
It's his. That's what he want to do with it.
But I'm saying the cars already depreciate with value, right?
His cars,
My cars, they like go up, or even if they did appreciate, they like collectibles.
Yeah.
It don't really matter, but they don't appreciate for the most part the cars I buy. A lot of people think rappers are broke.
Because a lot of rappers are broke.
Some are.
Little baby, you are blessed.
I think the majority of artists
Ask
are
P.
financially struggling.
I be giving people the like benefit of the doubt. Like, I don't underestimate people. I try to like overestimate people. But it's just something about rappers. People got like a little.
Because rappers front the most, right? They floss the most. Like they talk about having the most.
And
you
there's
know
an
what I mean?
image that people feel like they have
That's
to
right.
live up to.
Right.
I just like that you call yourself a rapper. Because you got a lot of people that are like, I ain't no rapper, I'm a hustler, I'm a
I'm a
street
rapper
man."
for sure. All the way. Artist.
That's right.
I'm an artist. That's it. Yeah, artist and businessman.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
Now, you said you get your advice from Mike Rubin.
Right.
And what advice has Mike Rubin given you that's helped you increase your empire?
He gave me a lot of advice, honestly, in a short period of time. Like, main advice would be like, it'd be something simple about business that just we don't know because we ain't into business. You know what I'm saying? It could be like something real simple, like you do a 1090 exchange, like you get money, you can declare where you gonna get the money, and you can tell them what you're gonna buy, and you could go on and buy it, and then don't have to pay taxes on it until you sell. You can hold it for 40 years before you sell. Like, simple stuff, but definitely I get a lot of advice from Mike Rubin.
On this album, you talk about having dinner with Kris Jenner and somebody else. I forgot. Corey Gamble.
Corey, my main man. I just Corey.
What's them conversations like?
Me and Corey, we just kicking on some like cool.
Yeah.
I just said Miss Jenner just cause.
That's his girl, whatever.
Right.
Yeah. How you connect with them kind of people?
It's crazy because the people who I connect with, we really be on some like real shit. We like, it's the people who you can have a cordial conversation with and they don't be weird. You can just like feel like, damn, he like me. Well, thing like that.
All right, we got more with Lil Baby. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Lil Baby. Charlamagne?
I love on the doc, it showed the relationship of how, P and Thug, really, really believed in you in a real way. I think that was one of the most important takeaways from the doc. Like, if you believe in somebody, like, really pour into them.
Right.
So with that said, being that Thug's not here right now, how's that impact you?
It definitely impact me. Like, Thug my personal friend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like one of my friends and being on tight situations, then like Gunna. You know what I'm saying? That's like my personal friend. Gunna. We like on talk more than me and Slime probably. Me and Thug probably. So that kind of definitely put me in a little, I don't even know how to explain the feeling, honestly. Like a little uneasy feeling. And one of the guys go to jail or something, I feel a certain type of way. But like with them, it's like you hear them everywhere. You see their pictures everywhere. So it's like a reminder, like, so it's kind of different.
You feel like it's an attack on the industry, especially with the artists, like, you know, we seen recently that.
I don't think it got nothing to do with the industry. It's like Atlanta.
Well, that's what I mean. Atlanta, you feel like they're attacking artists in Atlanta because, like, you look at Gunna, it said there was nothing violent in his case, and they still denied
no evidence. Yeah, it's
3
weird.
times, which seems wild. Like in any other case, they would have let him go immediately. So does it feel like it's an attack on rappers in Atlanta?
For sure.
And you think that's due to what? Because I mean, it's
due to the like
y'all got out, y'all making it.
Rise of violence. But what they don't understand is people like Gunna and Thug work more, not in jail.
That's right.
To like
and you
stop the violence.
Yeah,
that don't make sense.
Cause y'all providing opportunity and
not even providing opportunity. You just got a voice.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if y'all wanted to be like on something and like impersonate somebody or something, all right, just make them do what you want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
Versus meaning like, all right, y'all got to go to 100 schools, or y'all got to do this, or y'all got to like make them do something that actually could change or better the community if y'all felt like somebody was doing something wrong or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Versus like putting you in jail.
I saw Thug say, if you don't drop this album Friday, y'all ain't brothers.
Yeah, he just bored. He's bored.
Now there was a rumor that you paid $16,000 to sleep with a porn star.
Yeah, that is so untrue. So untrue. I never paid nobody $16,000 to do nothing.
Where did that come from? You take
the porn star.
Said it.
Yeah.
You ain't never did no tricking?
Internet. Yeah, not 16,000, nigga. Ain't no sucker.
What's the most you done paid?
Nah, you ain't pay no cash.
And by the way, it's indirect too. Yeah, you buy the bag, you buy the flight, take them shopping.
Yeah, that's still even 16,000. That's a lot. I ain't doing that. I ain't just flying you out, taking you shopping. I ain't one of them type guys.
Yeah.
I pay you to leave.
Well, that is what they say about hiring. That's what you're paying for.
Paying you to leave.
What's the most you ever paid somebody to leave, baby?
Couple thousand. Depending on where I gotta go. How quick I need you to leave. Yeah? It depends on the price. Yeah.
Oh man,
we saw that video of you paying accidentally. I guess you got charged $250,000 instead of $25,000. People were like, "Damn, he got it," because you was like,
"People
it's
are
okay."
so crazy. Like, who would like? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just let the jeweler just keep $225,000. Like, I knew he was joking. He knew I was joking. You feel me? Like, baby, you.
I ain't know you was joking. I ain't gonna front. I'm like, that's.
They were like, he just said keep it as credit.
We're not leaving here to my money right now.
No, I thought you had a store credit or something.
Here. He made a mistake.
What's your process like in the studio? Do you write to the beat and then, or do you get like an idea first, write at home, bring it to the studio? How do you work best with people around you?
I don't like people in the studio with me. It's people who hang with me every day. They never seen me rap before. Mm-hmm. And I just listen to beats. The beat give me the vibe. If I hear the beat that I like, then I just rap to it. Like, I don't write in there. I like punch in.
Is that because early on that's how you learned how to rap?
Probably so. Yeah. It's probably just how I used to rap. Cause I used to only go to the studio like 1 o'clock in the morning to like 8 o'clock in the morning, something like that. So everybody usually sleep and stuff. So now I go to the studio at 1 and everybody else be there at 1. You know, like everybody hang out at the studio and stuff. Mm-hmm. So, but I'll go to sleep. And then I wake up at like 4 or 5 when everybody gone and just rap.
That's what I remember when ESTG was up here. You see, when they did that record, they said that they all did their verse and you was sleeping.
I was sleeping. When I woke up, everybody was gone. I heard the song. I was getting on there.
Yeah, that's what they said.
They made me a verse.
Mm-hmm. ESTG on this album with the Back and Forth record. Yeah. Detroit rappers are some of your favorite people to collaborate with, it seemed like.
Yeah, CG from Kentucky, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you from Kentucky?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why you thought you was from Doug from Detroit.
Doug from there.
Yeah, all your friends ain't around right now.
Yeah. Doug get out today, though.
No, for real?
Yeah, Doug get out today.
Ain't nobody knew that.
Yeah, I told you.
Why nobody announced that release date?
He probably got other stuff going on too, though. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, his situation will get a little better. I think he got a
house arrest.
Like a halfway house.
Halfway house? Yeah. Do you stay in contact with them? Like him, Thug,
Yeah. I know how they get. Any money help. Like, you can just need you feel me? So I try to like hit them up every now and then, make sure they don't need none or something.
You ever feel any guilt just because you out here? Like, you know, you see your man?
No.
Okay.
Guilt for what?
No, I'm just saying when some of your man called you from jail and you, damn, I'm having such a good time with it.
Ain't the right word.
They're probably not the right word.
Not guilt.
Well, a feeling.
Nah, because I get it. When they call, like, what you doing? You know what we doing. We turn the up. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat it. I ain't gonna. You know what we doing?
Yeah.
We grown as hell.
Yeah.
We ain't like kids.
And it's not like they gonna be in there forever. They coming home. Yeah. I saw you with Stacey Abrams too.
Right.
Do you feel like since you come from that environment that needs that kind of assistance, you know how to have those conversations with politicians in ways that they probably don't get from other people?
That's why I feel like I come in it's like a bridge from the hood to like on the politician level.
Mm-hmm.
So like I don't want to be a politician or even get into politics, but I know that I understand the hood and then I can understand what they saying in politics because we don't know nothing about that. And I'm saying we as the minority. Like nobody explain politics, nobody explain how this works. Nobody don't really know that like if everybody in the community wants something to happen, it can happen. You feel me? Like we got control of that. But nobody don't know that for real. Like long story short is I'm gonna help them figure it out.
When you talking to people like Stacey, you know, if she becomes governor, like what resources would you tell her? Like this is what we need in order to make our communities better.
I'm all for the kids. I feel like the kids control the community because the older people gonna die and the kids gonna be older. It's just you know.
Do you vote?
Definitely.
Okay. No, that's important.
And that's what I'm more on too. I'm not even more on so like trying to get into politics to say I'm with him or I'm with her or I just want people to vote, to know that if you do vote, it can make a difference. You feel me? If we could come together and we all could vote, we really could make a change.
Absolutely.
Well, we ain't gonna hold you much longer because we know you don't want to be here. But I do have one more question. How do you control your gambling? I always hear you rap about gambling. You see the documentary, we know you was a big gambler. Most people get more money and gamble more. How do you control your gambling habit?
Well, I used to be like a street gambler. So I ain't in the street no more. So I don't even got nobody to gamble. But now I gamble at a casino. And that's like way worse than street gambling. But I haven't woke up one day and like I'm going to the casino. If I'm there, I gamble. But like I'm really over that stage in my life.
Are you good at walking away when you're up, or do you feel
I just learned how to do it. Right now, that's how I've been winning.
Yo, in this new album, you talk about losing, but then getting it back the same night.
Like I done been down $1 million, then got all my money back.
What, in the street or at the casino?
Casino.
Oh, okay.
We had $1 million dice game before in the street though. I ain't never went down $1 million in the street. I done went down in the street like 200,000 down to 1,000, and then got my 200 back one night. Sure.
Who you always gamble with that always lose? That it's just a lick every time you see him.
I ain't gonna put him out there like that.
He rubbing his hands though.
Need them. It's a few of them though. It's a few of them around here now for sure. A few of them.
YK is one of. Is he one of them?
YK for sure one of them. He don't got no. He ain't no gambler for real. Like I need somebody who gon'. I can't lose 5,000-10,000. I don't want that. I'm trying to you up. Yeah, I'm trying.
So when you do
200-300,
and then you talk to them to the point where they want to cry.
For sure. So they want to fight, shoot, whatever. That's my goal.
What's the most somebody done hurt you for?
Probably one time I lost like 500 bands in like 2 days.
To the same person or just in?
Couple people.
Yeah.
Like in the house.
That was a bad weekend.
Yeah, I got signed the next day.
You got signed the next. Yeah, I gotta go get a record deal. I done lost all this goddamn money.
Took the record deal. Hey, they don't go sign this.
Who do you prefer to gamble against, Drake or Meek? Because they both seem like they gamblers.
Me and Meek then kind of built a personal relationship that I was telling y'all like I don't gamble with my friends, but Meek used to try to run up on his shit, you know? But Drake, he won't. I want to gamble with like Drake. I ain't saying they be scared of me, but like,
but they be scared.
They be hearing stories and shit. They ain't like that.
Well, let's get into a joint off the album. What you want to hear?
What you want to play, man?
I want to hear Never Hating with
Thug. Okay.
We'll play that one.
Never Hating. All right, well, we'll get into
that next. Baby, It's Only Me out right now.
Album's out right now, and I always want to say thank you, because every time I do a car show, whatever I need, you open up the doors and you allow me to borrow you and use your car, so I appreciate that.
I just want to thank you for coming doing interviews, because I know it's going to be a point in your career where you ain't doing no interviews.
I appreciate you too on documentary too. Appreciate that.
Oh, absolutely. I know it's going to be a point where you ain't doing no more interviews no more.
Yeah, it's getting closer and closer. I told him that yesterday.
You told him that yesterday?
Yeah.
My goodness. It's Little Baby. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
It's time.
She's spilling the tea. This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, congratulations to Toya Wright. She got married on Saturday to her fiance, Robert Rushing.
Nice. Congratulations to her.
Tropical Club Blonde for Toya and Robert, you said?
Robert, yes.
Robert.
Introducing Mr. and Mrs. Rushing. And then she also captioned, finally got my fairy tale ending. So congratulations to the two of them. All right, now let's talk about YK Osiris. Everyone is saying please check on him and offering their prayers. Seems like he's going through something right now. He went on social media and said that celebrities aren't really messing with him.
Y'all keep using that Drake shit, huh? Drake don't fuck with me either. Me and Drake don't. Me and the baby don't talk. Nobody in the industry fucks with Osiris. Nobody, so don't keep using that shit with me. Like, you can't keep using that. Like, stop. Like, we don't talk. The baby don't fuck with me no more. Drake don't fuck with me no more. Nobody with Osiris, so why the I keep living? Like, I should tell y'all not getting it. Like, so you tell me why should I keep living? I don't get it. Like, why y'all saying like y'all would tell me all the time? I'm giving y'all explanation.
Man, I don't know what he's going through.
So he was saying because they don't speak to him, why keep living?
I am not sure exactly what he's going through.
Oh, I didn't know he thought he was talking about living. I thought he meant like the lifestyle he was living, like why he's still balling and prospering. I didn't realize he was talking about his actual life.
Well, let's skip down where he actually, I mean, it feels like, he needs somebody to talk to. Listen to this.
But like, I want to die. Like, I want to kill myself. I want to like leave this earth. But something telling me, I'm in LA. If a want to come get me, come get me. I'm in LA. I'm going to Beverly Hills Center. That's what I'm going at. So if you want to come rob me, if you want to come get me, come get me. I'm going to Beverly Hills Center. I don't have no friends. Y'all see who I'm with. Nobody. Nobody nearest me. Nobody around me. Nobody is like near me.
Oh, YK Osiris, that's so sad. I don't know what's happening.
Hey, somebody put their arm around the young brother, man. Nice guy right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, and I wonder when, people get on live and they do things like that. Clearly it's a cry for help. Clearly he wants somebody to reach out. So reach out to the brother.
Yeah, he shouldn't care about friendships in the industry when he has kids and real family, right?
Well, clearly, I don't know what's happening in his life that's making him say these things. And sometimes it is hard. You feel like these people really your friends. You hanging out. We've seen that. And then maybe, you realize it's not really like that. It's not an easy place to be. So sending love and positive energy to YK Osiris. All right, now the daughter of one of Jeffrey Dahmer's victims is saying that she hasn't been able to sleep since the Netflix series came out. Tatiana Banks is the daughter of Errol Lindsay, a 19-year-old man who was murdered by Jeffrey Dahmer. She said that show has opened up some old wounds and it's too disturbing to watch. She's been having nightmares for weeks. She apparently also doesn't like the fact that all this stuff is happening on social media with people talking about it. She learned what happened to her father in bits and pieces over time through family members and the media. She grew up in Milwaukee and it was hard to avoid those stories about Jeffrey Dahmer. She said, when I was young, I was told that he was killed by a Milwaukee serial killer. She was about 4 or 5 when her mother first told her about her father's death. Then she remembered reading a newspaper article about the murders. When she was around 11 or 12, she started looking online for more information, which prompted her to ask her mom more questions about what happened. She said, I still think about it to this day. And now, because of the series Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story, it's bringing all of these things back.
And that's such a tricky thing, right? Because it's such an unrealistic story when you hear it, but they've turned this real story into a movie. But when you're watching it, it feels unrealistic. It feels like fiction, but no, this is real life.
Right.
Like this actually happened.
She did watch one episode of the series, and it's the one that depicts her aunt's victim's impact statement in court. She said it was heartbreaking to watch. I wish that I could be there to take her pain away. And then she couldn't watch any more of the show. It was too disturbing. But because of all this renewed interest in Jeffrey Dahmer, she said, honestly, ever since that show's been on, I haven't been able to sleep.
And then think about, it's going to get even worse because he's going to be a very popular Halloween costume. So think about how triggering that is, to
all over
the family of the victims.
Yeah, all over the stores.
Think about that before you do things like, decide to be Jeffrey Dahmer for Halloween, people.
I've been Halloween shopping for all the kids, and you see it all over every Halloween store. The glasses, the clothes, the shirt.
They selling it actual costumes?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Now, she said she's been especially bothered by people online talking about her dad and even victim blaming and critiquing her father's actions. Some even assumed that he was gay and used that as a reason to dismiss what happened to him. But she said she still has a lot of questions and some that may never be answered. All right. Now, Cameron shared a DM that he sent to Nia Long. He was shooting his shot for sure. He posted, "Hey Stink, I was giving you some time to yourself till I reached out. Your perseverance as a strong black woman through this turbulent time has been something to behold. You shouldn't be taken advantage of and exploited as you did nothing to deserve this, especially all over these sports networks. You're bigger and better than that. You're a queen, and by the way, I'm a king. Together we can achieve the greatness we were both destined for as a couple." So he felt inspired to reach out, but she has not responded. Yeah, definitely.
Why'd he post the shot, though? She might not have seen it yet.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, I think he was trying to make sure she did see
You're
it.
waiting too long, Nia Long got me waiting too long. So I got to post it for the world to see. Maybe she'll get back faster once it hits the shade room, and then Angela Lee puts it in the rumor report.
We'll see what can happen. I'm sure she's going through whatever process she has to go through right now. All right, Little Baby was just on, and his first week sales projections, they said that he is expected to do between 185,000 to 210,000 units in the first week. So that's the 7th, or it could be the 8th biggest debut of 2022 so far.
Okay.
So congratulations to him. Looks like it'll be number one. It'll be his 3rd number one album too. All right, now 50 Cent has a podcast coming. It's called Surviving El Chapo. He says it'll be the new Narcos. He posted, "This is the first time the twins speak. They moved over 130 tons of cocaine and heroin. This story is wild. It's just a different level. This is going to be the new Narcos."
50 and everything, man. He's overseas now. I think he's checking in this week, too.
Now, the Flores twins will be speaking with 50 and also with Charlie Webster, who's an investigative journalist, for the first time, detailing how they moved over $2 billion worth of drugs across North America to becoming government informants. It's an 8-part series, and that'll be on streaming platforms starting Wednesday. All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report.
All right, Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to?
Man, 4 after the hour, we need these members of a group called Just Stop Oil to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with them, please.
All right, we'll get to that next. And then Nori, of course, from Drink Champs will be joining us. He had that interview with Kanye West over the weekend that everybody's discussing. So we'll talk to him after this. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our Audible pick of the day is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy. It's her funny and heartbreaking story about her relationship with her mother, complicated grief, and stardom. Start listening when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at the home of storytelling, audible.com/breakfast club.
I was born a donkey.
It's the donkey of the day.
Now time for the donkey of the day.
That's pretty funny.
Charlamagne the devil?
The Breakfast Club.
Yes, donkey of the day for Monday, October 17th goes to members of a group called Just Stop Oil. Who is Just Stop Oil? They are a bunch of climate protesters, and they protest the extraction and use of fossil fuels. Noble cause, very honorable. It's really amazing to me how God gave us everything we needed to survive and thrive here on this third rock from the sun, and we have found a way to mess it up. Okay? We didn't take care of the earth, so why should the earth take care of us? So I appreciate these organizations like Just Stop Oil. I appreciate their attempts to save us from themselves, but protests have to make sense. And this protest makes absolutely no sense. Let's go to ABC News for the report, please.
2 protesters were arrested for vandalizing a masterpiece by Van Gogh at the National Gallery in London. Climate activists throwing what authorities say appeared to be tomato soup on Van Gogh's famous Sunflowers painting, then gluing their hands to the wall. The painting protected by glass, it was not damaged.
How in the hell does vandalism of a Van Gogh equate to a protest of the use of fossil fuels? School me, I don't know. How is pouring 2 cans of tomato soup on a Van Gogh painting a protest? The painting was protected by glass, so it didn't suffer any damages. So what was the point? Then they decided to glue their hands to the wall just under the Van Gogh. What is worth more, art or life? One of the protesters said. Is it worth more than food, worth more than justice? The activists yelled, adding, are you more concerned about the protection of a painting or the protection of our planet and people? Great question. I personally care about the protection of our planet and people, but I can see a security guard who works there at the National Gallery right now in that moment caring more about the protection of that painting. So you, my friend, are under arrest for vandalism. Okay, the activists said they used soup to show that the cost of living crisis is part of the cost of oil crisis. She said fuel is unaffordable to millions of cold, hungry families, and being that fuel is so high, it makes it to where they can't even afford to heat a tin of soup. Interesting. Well, instead of wasting that soup pouring it on a Van Gogh, how about donate the soup to those same families you say can't even afford a tin of soup? Huh? Just a thought. Now, this is a thing where a lot of members of the Just Stop Oil team are gluing their hands to frames of famous paintings, and I am here to tell you it's all a waste of glue. Okay, I know that you think you are bringing attention to this situation, and you are. But not for the right reasons. See, here's the thing. If you want people to care, then you have to damage something a mass majority of people care about. Okay? Van Goghs, I mean, that's for the bougie and elite of the world. You got to attempt to damage something that a mass amount of people use and care about. Go damage a Chick-fil-A or something. All right? Glue yourself to a counter at Chick-fil-A and keep everyone from getting that number one with cheese. Okay? You damage and glue yourself to something that's more than a niche group of people care about. Glue yourself to envy's cheeks. Okay, I'm sure somebody will pay attention then. And I understand that Van Gogh is one of the most valuable paintings in the world and it's worth a lot. But I don't think a mass majority of people care about that level of elitism. Okay, damaging a Van Gogh is more of a protest against capitalism, maybe. I don't know. I just know that the more I talk about this, the more I forget what the hell they were protesting to begin with. And that is the point. Please give the members of the group Just Stop Oil the biggest hee-haw. Gotta think these protests a little. Gotta think them through a little bit more, that's all.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, thank you for that donkey today. Mm-hmm. Now, when we come back, Nori will be joining us. Of course, Nori did the interview that everybody's talking about over the weekend with Kanye West, and we're going to talk about that
and
when
let's
we
be
come
clear.
back.
Nori's calling because he feels like he made a mistake.
Well, let's talk to him.
Nori's calling because he feels bad about this conversation. But I'll let him talk about it.
All right, it's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got our family member on the line, friend to the room. N-O-R-E, Nori, good morning.
Good morning, man. You know, I'm up every morning listening to y'all, just so y'all know. And keep my skills sharp.
Well, we appreciate you for checking in.
Nori said he wanted to call in. What's the word, Nori? Talk to us.
I just want to be honest. I support freedom of speech. I support anybody, you know, not being censored, but I do not support anybody being hurt. I did not realize that the George Floyd statements on my show was so hurtful. And you got to realize it was the first 5 minutes of the show. Like when he walked in, he told my producer, he said that if he'll stop filming, that he'll walk out. So I didn't want a Birdman moment. I didn't want a Birdman moment with Shaw, like, you know, where Birdman walked out. So I wanted the man to speak. But later on, like, I actually checked him about the George Floyd's comments. I actually checked him about the White Lives Matter. But it was so later in the episode, and it was so, you know, I was already inebriated at that time that maybe people looked over it. Mm-hmm. But I apologize to the George Floyd family. I apologize to anybody that was hurt by Kanye West's comments. Although I do support free speech, I am black, and I'm with Tamika Mallory. I'm with Until Freedom. I'm with my son. That's who I am. Revolt didn't want to stand by us. We actually posted it and then saw that this was the wrong edit, took it down, and then it got reposted again with those same comments that was there. So it was a mistake on our behalf, on our team behalf, because we don't edit nothing. I think Envy done Drink Champs, Charlamagne has done Drink Champs, and we literally don't edit nothing. But we will start from here on out because we understand that there's people that's hurt out there.
Yeah, I think it's not a freedom of speech thing, nor it's more like a misinformation.
It's not a misinformation, it's a lie.
It's
that was
not
a lie.
True.
What he said about
true.
George Floyd was a lie. What Kanye West said about George Floyd dying of fentanyl and not the physical impact of the officer Derek Chauvin was just a bold-faced lie.
And by the way, guys, this is not Think Champs. This is Drink Champs. You know what I'm saying? This is not political champs. This is Drink Champs. So we purposely don't bring up politics. We purposely don't bring up religion because of this. I disagreed with Kanye. I felt like I should have said something a lot earlier. I didn't because I didn't want him to walk out. I didn't want to have a Birdman moment. But I just want the people to know that I'm with the people. I'm black.
You know, so Nori, you know, people would say that, you know, we're talking to Nori from Drink Champs, of course, who just released the interview with Kanye. People would say, well, why do the interview at all, especially with all the hate speech that he's been spewing the last couple of days, and you know he's been
you had Fox News, you had Tucker Carlson edit out all his anti-Semitic comments. You saw the shop say that they wasn't going to put out the hate speech. We saw all of the things Kanye was texting and tweeting and everything else. Why even do the interview at all?
Why even do the interview?
You know that's a great question. And the thing is, you know, that's like people talking about Charlamagne. People talk about Charlamagne and say Charlamagne is an ass, but then Charlamagne doesn't show that to me. So I gotta treat Charlamagne how Charlamagne treats me. If Charlamagne treats me like a gentleman, then I'm gonna think Charlamagne is a gentleman. I don't understand Charlamagne's rhetoric when he's not around me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's pretty clearly what it was. I did not think. And other than the George Floyd comment, I thought I conducted a very great interview. You know what I'm saying? I thought that he laughed, he smiled, he drank, he smoked. You know, this was 8 o'clock in the morning interview.
Don't say that though, because he still said a lot of anti-Semitic rhetoric in the interview as well. You know what I mean?
Yes, and if you look, by the way, I had 4 Jewish people there. Steve Rifkin was in the room. Steve Rifkin, who signed the Wu-Tang Clan, was in the room. My friend Eric, who is Jewish, is in the room. My friend Diego, who is Jewish, was in the room. And I looked at them to tell them, like, yo, tell me whenever he's going across the line. And they're looking and they're saying, okay, we understand where he's coming from. But none of it, I don't support none of it. I don't support the George Floyd comments. I don't support the anti-Semitic. That's all I have is Jewish friends. All I have is black friends. That's it.
Nori, I was going to ask you, when it comes to these George Floyd comments, we see the family may be suing. Is that going to include you in this lawsuit? Did you hear about that?
I definitely heard about it, and this is the reason why I'm stepping up, is because it's not even about suing or the money. It's about the hurtful thing, man. You know what I mean? I was locked down. I was supporting the George Floyd movement. I saw that video, too. You know what I mean? Like, I seen that cop's knee on his neck. I seen him calling out for whoever, so I'm embarrassed of myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I've done these interviews before where I come back and I redeem myself. And then on this one, I waited too long. I waited too long to actually address him. I spoke to Kanye yesterday morning. I told him I'm going to do this. I told him that I'm going to refute these comments because I was disgusted by it as if I wasn't even in the room when I heard it. When I heard it, I was like, wait a minute. Damn, I was there? And again, I'm just trying to be a journalist. I'm saying, you know what? We just won an award. I want people to know that we won the award because we deserve it. So I'm sitting there thinking about it. I heard Steven Jackson say something about me, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going back at Steven Jackson. I'm not going to make a rebuttal. I'm going to tell that brother you're right because I should have checked him. I should have, and I eventually did. But by the time I checked him, I was already inebriated. So you're not hearing the sincerity in my voice. But even if you go look at it, you can see that Nori is very serious. It's just that Nori is also drunk at the same time. No. And it's called Drink Champs. It's not called Politic Champs.
All right, we got more with Nori when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Nori Yee.
So moving forward, are there other interviews that you're planning to do to kind of combat this? What do you plan to do? Because I see you reaching out on Twitter to people that you feel like need to come up. Sean King, you know, Dr.
King. I want Sean King to come up. I want Dr. Umar. I want Talib Kweli. I want David Banner. I want Killer Mike, because they all know where my heart is. They all know that I'm on Black Twitter. They all know I'm on them Black, Until Freedom group chat. They all know that. You know what I'm saying? The fact is, I did fail. I
don't want to see Drink Champs go down that path. I like Drink Champs being the happy podcast that it is, and what you tried to do was give hip hop culture a voice. But the reality is, he don't need that right now. That's not what we should be giving a voice to right now. That we shouldn't have had Kanye on the platform to begin with. Not at a time like this with the rhetoric that he's spewing. Nah.
Well, yeah, I agree. I agree. I really did try to give him a voice. I tried to give him a voice. I tried to give him a platform. I tried to do that. But, I realized my political stance may not be correct. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You say it wasn't the right place. What about, did Puff reach out to you?
I'll tell you this. At first, I was disappointed in Brother Love. because Brother Love called me and said, well, he dissed me. And I was just like, wait a minute, you know, this is so much bigger than you. And then he called me back and he said, you know what? Let's support free speech and support free thinking. Let's support it. And
it's not free thinking, though. That's the other thing we got to stop saying. It's not free thinking when all you're doing is repeating white supremacist talking points. You're repeating black Israelite talking points. Like, Kanye West is not a free thinker. We got to stop saying that. There's nothing free about his thoughts at all.
What's crazy about it is I don't even think he believes that. You know what I'm saying?
That's my point. He's saying everything he's heard other people already say. That's not free thinking.
Like, I think on the low, this is I want to say it's between us, but it's not, obviously. But I think on the low that he supports the wow factor, like the fact that he can have a Confederate flag on. People go wow, and then you have a MAGA hat on. People go wow, but then you ask him, do you promote this Confederacy? Do you promote the Trump campaign? And then you ask him, and he won't even give you something about the Trump campaign. He won't even tell you. It's because I think that it's the wow factor, and I think that's the reason why we've been supporting him for so long, whether it's been the sneakers, whether it's been whatever. Don't get it wrong. I love Kanye West. I love Kanye. Kanye has done things for me. You know, he's really a great person. The ideology about black people and Jewish people is not correct. The sentiment that he said about George Floyd is not correct, and I do not stand with him when it comes to that.
Gotcha.
But I just don't want to give up on him. I wouldn't give up on you, Envy. Envy, you told me you voted for $1 million worth of game on BET Awards. I don't want to give up on Envy. I know Envy is lost right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that. I know that he might be taking, Serve on the low. I'm not sure. But I can't give up on Envy. That's my brother.
But you can tell your brother when he's wrong, though.
Absolutely.
I definitely told him he was wrong, and I definitely told Envy that when you use clips of Boosie and you don't shout out drink tests, it hurts us.
Listen, I try to shout you out all the time, Nori. Let me ask you this: do you think that Kanye is having some type of breakdown? Because I know people talk about his mental health, and people around him, they say, are very concerned about his mental health. What are your thoughts?
Yes, I do believe he's having a mental breakdown, but then I got to be honest with you. I could have a straight conversation with him, and he'll talk to me with nothing but sense.
Kanye knows exactly what he's doing, y'all. I don't know why we keep trying to shoot him all this bail. Kanye knows exactly what he's doing. And by the way, two things can be true. You can be dealing with mental health issues and you can be a bigot. You can be dealing with mental health issues and be a black white supremacist. You could be dealing with mental health issues and still be lying on how George Floyd got killed.
Yeah, and also they were saying that Candace Owens has a huge influence and part of everything he's saying. Do you agree with that as well?
I can't say this Candace Owens. I can't say it's Trump. I got to say this is the woke factor. This is the it factor. It's like he gets a kick out of doing something that you say is wrong.
Being a contrarian. A lot of people like being a contrarian because it gets attention.
And by the way, did you see that even Donald Trump says Kanye West is acting too crazy and needs help?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I said. I got to step up. Hold on.
Let's put a bow on it, Nori. You feel like you made a mistake with the Kanye interview.
Yes.
That's number one.
1,000,000%.
And
1,000,000%. And by the way, I could come on here and say, guess what, guys? That's how Kanye thinks, and that's it. And guess what? People will forgive me and let me get away with that. But that's not what I'm doing. I failed my people. I feel like I failed my people. This is what I wanted to do. Charlamagne didn't call me and say, call up the Breakfast Club. I called Charlamagne and said, I would like to apologize to my people because after me hearing it, because I don't watch my own interviews, by the way. I'm that great. You know what I mean? I'm that great that I don't watch my own interviews. But when I watched this one, I cringed. And I felt terrible. So I have to say sorry. I have to say sorry to anybody that was hurt by his rhetoric, anybody that was hurt by his speech, anybody that was hurt. I want to apologize to George Floyd family. I want to apologize to Stephen Jackson. I want to apologize to everybody that was hurt for me letting a man say something on my platform. Because, by the way, contrary to popular belief, we own Drink Champs. We own our IPO. So
that's right.
The person to blame is us. I'm not going to blame EFN. I'm not going to blame Puff Daddy, as you guys asked me earlier. I'm actually going to say, you know what? 6 years of this, I don't have the excuse that I'm not a journalist. I have responsibility that I have to come and I have to say I'm sorry because my people support me, so I do not want my people feeling like I didn't step up at the time. But if you watch the whole 3 hour and 38-minute interview, I represent for George Floyd 5, 6, 7 times. I represent for black people 5, 6, 7 times.
Well, Nori, like I told you, you should have put all that out first. Then, by the way, remember?
No, I did. You know what it is, Charlamagne? Baller Alert came and they took the clip and then they ran with it. I can't be mad at Baller Alert when they're taking the clip now that's working against me, because I'll be happy at Baller Alert when they take a clip that works with me.
Right.
You understand? So I couldn't really do it. I had to die by the sword. But
and also,
like I said,
and Nori, as your friend and as your business partner, I told you last week, don't do this. It's not worth the trouble.
You did.
I told you this twice before you.
did.
Well, Nori, we appreciate you for checking in, brother.
Well, hold on, Envy. I did not know he was gonna go there, Charlamagne.
You had to know, Nori. You've been doing it all week.
No. By the way, if you watch the interview, there's a certain respect that you can see that Kanye has for me. There's a certain respect that you can see I have for Kanye. So I did not think that this rhetoric went over my head. But bottom line, to anybody that was hurt, I apologize. I'm moving forward. We're dropping Takeoff and Quavo this week. I know I'm not Until Freedom. I know people don't look at me like my son, but my heart is my son. You know what I'm saying? My heart is Tamika. You know what I'm saying? So, but for next time, I'm going to listen to you, Charlamagne, and I'm not going to have this on. Or if it's going to have it on, I'm going to address it at the timely fashion that it deserves to be addressed. So for anybody that was hurt by Kanye's comment, I'm not apologizing for Kanye, but I'm apologizing for his speech. I'm apologizing for
You're apologizing for having him on. You are. You're apologizing for having him on.
Yeah, me.
Yes.
I don't know if he's apologetic. I know he's apologetic because I spoke to him yesterday morning, and he was like, "Yo, I think that part was supposed to go out," and I said, "Yes, it was supposed to go out." So,
is it out now, or is it still in the interview that's posted?
I have no idea because, like I said, I don't really watch my own.
I mean, I would still take it out. I mean,
I tried to take it out again. And
I think y'all should take the whole thing down, man.
Listen, I think that's where we're coming to. We're coming to the conclusion of what we're gonna do, how we're gonna move forward. Again, I still respect freedom of speech. I think freedom of speech should be free, but I think that this is the limit where he kind of went too far, and we are responsible because we let it on our platform. I'm embarrassed. I do not stand by any rhetoric like that. But I want to apologize for even being stupid enough to not watch this episode prior to it coming out. So I'm truly sorry.
We love you, Nano.
Thank you, Nori.
Yeah, thank y'all. All right, one love, y'all.
All right, brother.
Peace.
All right, that was Nori, Drink Champs. All right, when we come back, we got rumors, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Listen up. This just in.
All the gossip. The Rumor Report. Gossip. With Angela Yee.
It's The Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, you just heard Nori up here talking about his interview on Drink Champs with Kanye. Well, since then, Kanye has said he is buying a social media site, Parler, after he was kicked off Instagram and Twitter for an anti-Semitic post. So he is framing this purchase as a means of defending free speech. And this is something that he just announced. He said, in a world where conservative opinions are considered to be controversial, we have to make sure we have the right to freely express ourselves. And
he's following in the footsteps of his white zaddy, Donald Trump, because Donald Trump has the platform, what's called Truth Social, I think it's called.
And even Donald Trump is like, okay, dude, you done went too far.
Well, you know.
If Donald Trump is telling you that. All right, now Drake and The Weeknd are boycotting the Grammys. They are not submitting music for the show for 2023. Now, Drake has been at odds with the Grammys and the Recording Academy for some time, going back to 2017. He won 2 awards that he said he didn't want. He also was upset that they placed Hotline Bling in rap categories rather than pop. Last year, he pulled his songs after they were already sent in for consideration, and he was nominated for Certified Lover Boy and Way Too Sexy. So there was an opening in both of those fields. So, yes, those are the issues. As you all know, The Weeknd also had some issues. He said that he was snubbed and he would be boycotting the Grammys from then on. He said, because of the secret committees, I will no longer allow my label to submit my music to the Grammys.
I respect it.
Mm-hmm. We already told you about Silk Sonic not submitting their joint, but that wasn't like a boycott. That's because they felt like they won 4 awards for Leave the Door Open, and they just feel like they got enough.
I respect it. You know, if you don't want to be a part of it in any way, shape, or form, and you don't want your, music in even involved, I respect it.
All right, Trevor Noah, as you know, is exiting The Daily Show. And after confirming his departure, a couple of weeks later, he decided to do The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon and opened up about his 7-year run.
That you're leaving The Daily Show.
Right, yes.
And that your last show is December 8th.
That is indeed correct.
Why?
People ask you this question as if you're telling them bad news.
Yeah.
You know, and I can understand that, but I think everybody has gone through a period of looking at their lives. I think of this as a joyous thing. I lived through a crazy time. I shared it with people who were kind enough to share it with me. We went through something, and what's on the other side? I don't take anything for granted anymore. I don't believe that life is a given. I don't assume that things will come to me, and so, you know, I just go like, this is it. This is time.
Do you have plans on what you're going to do next, or?
Everything. Producing, you know, like just working behind the camera, working on different ideas, you know, going back home, spending more time with family.
I respect it, and I think Amber Ruffin should be the new host of The Daily Show. So I enjoy Trevor for his last couple of months, especially on Thursday nights. And make sure to stick around when his show goes off on Thursday nights, because my show, Hell of a Week, comes on right after his.
All right, well, The Daily Show will resume after that in January, but they have not announced yet who the host will be.
You're probably going to do 2 hosts. That would make the most sense, right? Like maybe updated and have like two hosts on there at one time.
I feel like you should have an inside track.
No, I don't have any inside track. But if it was up to me, I would have 2 hosts. Probably Roy Woods Jr. and Amber Ruffin. Those are my picks.
All right, now the first trailer for the House Party reboot has arrived. You know, this is produced by LeBron's company, LeBron James. And it's revealed that the house that they're cleaning belongs to LeBron himself in the new movie. And here is that trailer. You know, Jacob Lattimore is in it, Tosin Cole. Also, there's going to be some celebrity guests like Kid Cudi and Snoop Dogg.
I need 10 G's by next week. I got to pay for my daughter's school. LeBron, they on vacation. How about we throw the party in the King's house? We gonna invite all the celebrities. We can make 10 times the money. We can send Destiny to preschool, college, whatever. Tonight is our last shot. Looks like we up out there throwing a house.
Hi, I see you there. How are you?
It's a white man. Oh, you're going to jail, Kim.
Hi, I'm Peter. Is LeBron home? By the way, Black Lives Matter.
They do.
This is a really bad idea.
I wouldn't do something like this unless I was desperate. Have you seen how out of control this party is?
Y'all excited for the House Party reboot?
No, but that's because I'm 44 years old and I was raised in the 1900s, so I grew up on the first 2 house parties. So, you know, I don't have any expectation. So, but excited is not the right word. I don't have an expectation. I'll watch, but I don't.
Well, it's coming out January
excited.
13th, and it's written by Jamal Lowry and Atlanta writer Stephen Glover.
Okay.
By the way. All right, now let's talk baby news. Empire co-stars Trey Byers and Grace Gilly are expecting their first baby together after 6 years of marriage, so congratulations to them. How cute that happened. They were both on Empire together, and now they're having a baby. Also, Big Sean and Jhené Aiko announced that they are having a boy. They announced that during their concert in LA, so congratulations to them as well. All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report. Now get ready for DJ Envy's People's Choice Mix. You know that's the time when you get to choose.
No, stop lying to people.
What you want DJ Envy to play.
You gonna keep that lie going?
And he is going to take your requests indubitably.
I don't know why y'all listen to either one of them when they lie to y'all constantly for 13 years. Like for no reason. Like just volunteering a lie. All you gotta do is say the People's Choice Mix is up next. You're gonna lie and say that he's taking
whatever
requests.
you want to hear, you know, call us right now, 800-585-1051. Envy, you gonna get
Big
that
lie.
on for them?
Envy not even here.
I know.
Envy left, yo. This is a big lie.
You can also tweet him and he'll get it in.
Okay. It's The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
When it's time to get with someone special, the best way to do it is with Magnum large size condoms. That gold foil wrapper is a badge of honor, and it means you're protected. And you take care of things with comfort. Accept no substitutes. Bring the pleasure with the gold standard. Magnum large size condoms.
WWPR-FM HD1 New York.
An iHeartRadio station.
Put a little bit of The Breakfast Club
up in your lifestyle. DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God.
You all rocking with the best.
I'm skating like some Chuck Fit.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a shout to Lil Baby and Nori for checking in this morning.
Yeah, salute to Lil Baby and NORE, man. Make sure you check out Nori's. Make sure you check out Lil Baby's new album too.
Yep.
It's Only Me.
Mm-hmm. And also, let me shout out to St. Augustine's University, HBCU. I'm on my HBCU tour, and that was my first stop of the tour this weekend. So shout out to all the students, the alumni, and the staff. You know what was so dope about their homecoming? And I go to a lot of homecomings. Usually I'm working or whatever it may be. But when you go to their tailgating, everything is free. They don't charge. So if you just are outside and you just want to go, and you know, everything is free.
Most tailgates are like that, though.
Really?
Yeah, most people tailgate and they barbecue or they fry fish, and if you pull up and you want a plate, you get a plate. Like, I never seen nobody charging at a tailgate.
I never knew that.
I thought you tailgate so you don't have to pay to go inside. You are outside.
Well, sometimes they do tailgate throughout the whole game, and sometimes they go inside in halftime. But usually, people bring their tents and they pop up and they charge.
I don't even think you can do that.
Yeah, some people sell. Absolutely.
Yeah,
but it was all free. I had everything. It was free. I was amazed.
I mean, the food and everything.
Food, drinks, liquor, soda, everything, water, everything was free.
But you had to bring your own stuff.
Nah, I just pulled up, which was dope. So shout out to everybody out in North Carolina. Had a great time. When we come back, we got the positive notice, The Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Shout out to the New York Giants again. 5-1.
They got a winning record. That's a beautiful thing.
I went to the game this weekend, had a great time. Brought my daughter. It was a wonderful time.
There's only 4 teams in the NFC with winning records, and 3 of them are in the NFC East. Who would have thought? The New York Giants, the Dallas Cowboys, the Philadelphia Eagles, the only undefeated team in the league, and the Minnesota Vikings. The only 4 teams in the NFC with a winning record.
That is true. All right. Well, you got a positive note?
I do. First of all, I want to tell everybody, man, make sure you stream my late night talk show, Hell of a Week, on Paramount Plus. You know, last week we had a phenomenal episode with Amber Ruffin, who I think should be the new host of The Daily Show. Marlon Wayans, Jamel Hill, and my special one-on-one conversation was with the OG legend, Whoopi Goldberg, or as she wants me to call her, Whoop. Okay? So salute the big Whoop. All right? Now, make sure you stream that episode on Paramount Plus. The positive note is simply this: the degree to which a person can grow is directly proportional to the amount of truth they can accept about themselves without running away.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?